Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah, and thanks for joining me today for this 25-minute Pilates routine. It's focused mainly on legs, thighs and gluteals, so it's quite challenging. Many of the exercises are used for strengthening the muscles as well as stretching them out, so lots of toning in today's routine. You won't need any equipment, just make sure that you've got plenty of space around you to be able to move freely without bumping into anything. And as always, listen to your body when you're moving. Always go slowly and controlled, and don't do anything you're not happy doing. We'll be starting in a seated position today, so whenever you're ready, if you just take yourself down onto your mat, and I'll see you shortly. In a seated position towards the front of your mat, just pop your feet down and sit nice and tall with the shoulders back and down. Crown of the head facing the ceiling and chin level with the floor. Reach forward with your arms and take a breath in. As you exhale, draw your navel in and gently lean back, rolling down into supine. You can have a full body stretch, so lengthen out the arms and legs, flex the ankles. And then if you just pop your arms down by your sides and the feet back down on the floor. So with the knees and feet hip width apart, you're going to take a breath in. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone very gently under, lift the hips and roll up through the spine towards the shoulders. And as you breathe in, roll back down again. We're going to do this a few more times just to warm up the spine. Try and keep the knees in line with the hips. So when you roll up into your shoulder bridge, we're not allowing the knees to drop out to the sides. We're going to stay up in the bridge on this next one. So roll up gently and just hold it there. And now if you can, just lift your heels and then pop them down, lift your toes and repeat. So we're just rocking from heel to toe, trying to stay up in the bridge. Try not to let your tailbone drop down. Keep the tailbone tucked under, the rib cage relaxed. And we're just getting into the back of the legs, the glutes and the calf muscles. Stay strong around the back of the shoulders by pressing your arms gently towards the floor. And then the next time we come onto the heels, just hold it there. So keep the toes lifted. And then you're just going to come down and up with the tailbone. So squeezing the glutes as you come up, relaxing to come down, keeping the spine straight. So really getting into the back of the legs and the glutes. Try and keep the knees facing forward. You might feel this around the front of your thighs as well. Just going for a couple more repetitions and then we're going to hold this up. Ready to pulse. So pulse, pulse, pulse. Staying on the heels. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Try and stay up in your bridge, but lift the heels. So now we're on the toes. We're going to do the same thing again. Just lowering and lifting the tailbone nice and gently. Keeping the rib cage relaxed and the spine in neutral. Remember to use your arms and the back of your shoulders to help you balance. We're going for just a couple more repetitions. And then again, you're going to try and hold the bridge. Stay on the toes and widen out your arms just a little bit away from your body. And then we're just going to start to bring each knee in towards the chest. So try and lock the knee angle at 90 degrees. This is a hinge at the hip. You're just bringing one knee in and then tapping the floor back down with your toes. But try and keep the back of your pelvis square with the floor. Keep your tailbone tucked under so you don't drop your bottom. So again, we're using our scapular strength and stability, but you're also using the strength of your legs to help you keep your pelvis still and the lower back level with the floor. Last one, stay on the toes. But we're going to just again go back to lowering and lifting the tailbone, keeping the spine in neutral. Exhale up, inhale down, and then we're going to be holding this one here right at the top to pulse it out. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you could roll down from your bridge and give your knees a hug. Just draw them in, circle them around, give your lower back a little bit of a massage. We're going to do a little bit more work with shoulder bridge. So if you just pop your feet down on the floor, feet and knees hip width apart, and then arms down by your sides, We're going to roll back up into the bridge by tucking the tailbone under and roll up towards the shoulders. When you get there, take the right leg and raise it up, flex the ankle, roll down from the bridge with the leg vertical. Do the same on the other leg. So you're always going up into your bridge with both feet down. When you get up there, one leg raises up vertically, flex the ankle, keep the leg raised as you roll down from the bridge. So point your toes on the way up, flex the ankle on the way down. So here we've got a really nice stretch down the back of the legs, getting into your hamstrings, still working the shoulders and mobilizing the facet joints of the spine. Lots of balance here as well, so keep the back of the pelvis level with the floor as you take one of your legs vertical. So working the quadriceps as you balance. Well done. We're going to roll back up into the bridge slowly and hold it there again. Raise the right leg, flex your ankle and lift the toes of the left foot. Now you're going to lower and lift your tailbone again. Once again, trying to keep the back of the pelvis square with the floor and really use the strength of that left leg to help you balance. Take the heel towards the ceiling, up, 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 and you can roll down from there. Good. You can give your left knee a squeeze. Let's do it all on the other side. So feet down, roll gently up into the bridge. And this time you're taking your left leg up with the ankle flexed. Lift the right toes and down and up with the tailbone we come. Down, up, really pressing through the heel to work the back of that supporting leg. Again, use your arms and your shoulders to help you balance and keep your rib cage relaxed. Pulse it out at the top. Breathe. Good. And then gently down we come. Perfect. Let's give the knee a squeeze. Stretch out the hip. Let's have a full body stretch. So lengthen out the legs and the arms, flex your ankles and take a breath in. Now reach up towards the sky, exhale, engage the core, nod the chin, roll the shoulders forward and come to a seated position. And then if you come up onto your knees, so into an upright kneeling position, knees under hips, lengthen through the spine, try and relax your toes. We're going to do some lean back, so take a breath in. On your exhale, reach forward with your arms, hinge back at the knee. So try and keep the tailbone tucked under and taking the shoulders backwards. Draw your navel in as well, so you're keeping your core engaged throughout. Really feeling this work in the front of your thighs. When you lean back, try not to lift your chest up. You want to try and keep it facing forward, so you're really using your strength of your abdominals rather than kind of pulling on the lower back here. So yes, your legs are doing lots of work, but your core muscles are helping to keep your pelvis in a neutral position. We've got 3 more to go. Exhale back, inhale forward, and breathe. Now if you come back to the start position, this time when we go back, we're going to reach forward but sit towards the heels and then come up. So we're hinging at the knee and slightly at the hip, but as you go back this time you're trying to keep your spine upright. So crown of the head towards the ceiling, chin level with the floor. Just hover above the heels as you sit back. You're not going all the way down. Again, we're still really working the quadriceps, so the front of the thighs into the hip flexors. Really challenging exercise. We're going to try and hover and hold it here. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 3, 2, 1. Reach forward and up. Fabulous. Relax those arms. And then you're going to come into an all fours position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Lengthen through the spine, shoulders back and down, elbows soft. You're just going to slide your right leg back and then raise it up so it's in line with your body. When you get there, just make sure you've got your navel drawn up towards the spine. You're then going to bend the knee, extend the leg and then tap the toes back down. So it's lift, bend, extend, tap down. Try not to lean over to your left hand side. Okay, keep your chest and pelvis square with the floor. And here we're really working at the back of the legs, so the hamstrings, and getting into the glutes as well. Okay, now the next time you raise your leg, You're going to bend the knee, bring the heel in, but flex the ankle. Now lengthen out the leg, point the toes, keep the leg raised. Now every time you bend your knee, you're bringing your heel towards you, and as you lengthen out the leg, the toes are pointed. Good. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Keep the knee lifted and also the tummy button towards the spine so you're not dropping your tummy. You can relax that. Slide the knee forward, cross the right knee over the left knee and extend the left leg back. We're coming into a pigeon pose, a really nice way to stretch out the hips and the glutes. Let's tuck the toes under at the back, push up and come back into your all fours position. We'll do the same on the other side then. So all fours neutral, we're sliding the left leg back, raise the leg up so it's in line with the body, bend the knee, bring the toes towards you, extend the leg and tap back down. Okay, so try and break the exercise down, it's step by step. So it's lift, bend, extend and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, try not to tip over to your right hand side. Keep your chest and pelvis square with the floor. This time, keep the leg raised. When you bend the knee, we're flexing the ankle, point the toes to extend the leg out behind you. But we're keeping the knee lifted now. No longer tapping the floor with the toes. Remember to keep your navel up, protect the lower back and really use your abdominals to help you balance. Almost there. And then you can place your foot back down. Draw the knee forward towards the hand and cross the left foot over the right knee. Extend the right leg back and enjoy your pigeon pose. Just a couple more seconds. And then you're going to tuck your toes under at the back and come up gently. And then you're going to come down onto one side. If you're mirroring me, it'll be your left. Just lengthen out the bottom arm, lengthen out the legs in line with the body and point the toes. Top hand in front of the chest. Keep the chest and pelvis facing forward and stack the hips. Draw the navel in. Now you're going to raise the top leg up and slowly down. You can lift the leg as high as you like without dropping the waist towards the floor. To help you do that, press the lower leg down as you raise the top leg up. You'll feel the squeeze around the outside of your hip. And we're going to be bringing the bottom leg in just a moment as well. Okay, so find your balance. And then what we're going to do is, after this next repetition, just lower the leg down just about halfway and squeeze the bottom leg up to meet it. Bring both legs down together and then repeat. So you're lifting the top leg up, bottom leg, both down. Lift, squeeze, lower. Keep that going. If you can feel this kind of pulling around the lower back, just tuck the tailbone under a little bit more, draw the navel in. And this works your inner thighs, particularly the lower leg. Let's do a couple more repetitions and then we're going to keep the legs squeezed together and raised so that we can pulse it out. Do that right here. Pulse, 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 pulse. Breathe. And then we're going to come nice and gently down. Bend the knees, bring them towards you and gently come up into seated, where we're going to sweep the legs around the front of the mat to the other end, and we're going to do it all again on this side. So lengthen out the legs in line with the body, relax your head on your bottom arm, top hand in front of the chest, square up the chest and the pelvis and make sure your top hip is directly above the bottom one. Draw your navel in and when you're ready you can start to raise the top leg up and gently down. Remember to press the bottom leg very gently towards the floor as you raise the top leg up. It helps you to balance, but it keeps your hips stacked as well. If you can keep your pelvis still, in other words, as you raise the leg, you're not dropping the waist towards the floor, you'll feel this much more intensely around the upper hip and in towards the glutes. Just keep the top knee facing forward. I'm going to slow it down now. Squeeze the bottom leg up to meet the top leg. Relax both legs down and repeat. So top, bottom, down, up, squeeze and down. Remember, just draw your navel in towards your spine, tuck the tailbone under, especially if you're feeling this around the lower back. Use the strength of your core muscles to help you. We've got 3 more repetitions and then we're going to be keeping the legs together and just pulsing it out at the end. Okay, so just holding it here and pulse up, up, up. Use the strength of your core. Breathe. And then you can relax that down right there. Well done. Okay, very carefully bring the knees in. Bring yourselves up into an all fours position. We're going to make our way to standing. So if you tuck your toes gently under, walk your hands towards your knees and then lift the knees. Just walk your hands in a little bit more and hang loosely for a moment before you restack the spine to come to standing. Fabulous. Okay, now keep the feet hip width apart. Shoulders back and down. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw your navel in and reach your arms up. Sit back as if you're going to sit on an imaginary stool behind your knees, and then come to standing. So squats. When you go to sit, make sure your knees are behind your toes. You're reaching your arms by your ears, trying to maintain a neutral spine. So really using the strength of your thighs. You're getting into the back of the legs and the glutes as well. We're going to be holding this position. So stay down in your squat on this very next one. Good, and pulse through your heels. Pulse, pulse, pulse. You can bring your hands down if you like to help you balance. Breathe. Fantastic. Just a couple more. And then we're going to come up to standing. Push it through the heels again. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to take the feet a little wider now. So just past mat width will do. Wide leg squats. So let's reach wide with the arms. Same again. Bend the knees and come down with the tailbone. Pushing through the heels to come back up. Okay, now with your arms, it's up to you what you want to do. You could either do what I was just doing there, widening out the arms as you come down, or just allowing the fingers to run along the thighs, just naturally as you come down into your squats. But now we're getting back into the inner thighs as well as working the quadriceps. We're going to hold this one here with the hands behind the head, elbows in your peripheral vision. Stay low in your squats and raise alternate heels. Keep your pelvis still and stay low with the tailbone. Let's start to squat again. So heels down and then up we come, back down into those lovely wide leg low squats, really working the thighs. We're going to be holding it again at the bottom. So on this next one, hold it here and pulse it through. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep the knees wide. Breathe. Hold that position. Going back to alternate heel lifting. Every time you raise a heel, widen out your arms. Every time you place your heel back down, reach up. Hold that low squat position. Try and smile through it. Breathe. Hold the squat position. Pulse it out. Arms wide. Good. Breathe. And up you come. Let's bring the feet back together and now lift and lower each knee. Just take them out, around and down. So you're giving your hips a bit of TLC. Okay, just step forward on your mat with your feet hip width apart. Find a neutral posture and reach your arms up nice and tall. Take a breath in. Bend the knees and come down into a squat. Keeping the knees facing forward. So when you come down, you're reaching up. As you come up, arms relaxed down. We're just going to do a couple of these because it's going to set us up for the next exercise. So when you next come down into your squat position, just hold it there. Just come up slightly with the tailbone, widen out your arms and take your left leg back. So you've still got a bend at the right knee on your toes at the back. Now straighten up the spine. So instead of leaning forward, I want you to come up vertically. You can feel a bit of a stretch down the front of the left thigh. And you're just going to gently lower and lift the left knee. Okay, so this stretches out the front of the thigh. You should be able to feel that as you come down. Try not to go too close to the floor. You just gently lowering the knee as low as you can. Good. We're going to hold it there and pulse it out. Really use your right leg for support. Push your heel down as you're pulsing. Brilliant. And now you're very gently going to come up. Stay in that same position with your feet, but bend the right knee and now lean forward with your body. Make sure your chest and pelvis are facing forward, and we're going to find our balance as we raise and lower the left leg. So try and keep the toes pointed. Make sure that your right knee is behind the toes. The spine should be straight and you've got your core engaged. Just a couple more. We're going to stick with this exercise but add a squat. So So when you next bring your toe down, hold it there, bend the front knee and take the heel down at the back. Okay, so your pelvis is going down and up. So your body isn't moving forward and backwards. Your right knee is bending to accommodate the stretching of the back of the left leg. Last one there then. Come back to standing, bring the feet back together. And then we're just going to go for a couple more squats to set ourselves up to do the other side. So arms up, squat down, arms down to stand up. And on this one here, we'll hold it. So we're just coming up slightly with the tailbone, widening out the arms. And then it's right leg back. Keep a bend at the left knee. Raise your body up so it's vertical. Draw the navel in. And then you're gently lowering and lifting the right knee. So trying to keep the knee directly underneath the hip to really get the stretch down the front of the quadriceps. You might even feel this around the top of the thigh towards the pelvis, really getting into the hip flexors as well. So very strengthening and lengthening exercise for the muscles. Good, let's stay down and pulse it out. Pulse, pulse, pulse. I seem not to be pulsing for some reason. I'm just balancing, don't know why. Sorry, you can do whichever you like. And I'm going to come back up here. And then lean forward just slightly with the body, keeping a bend at the front knee, and then leaning forward with the body. Find your balance, Sarah, and then start to just raise and lower the back leg. Keep the toes pointed and keep a bend at the left knee. Chest and pelvis facing the floor, shoulders back and down. Nice smooth movement. Lots of balance and focus and control. Just a couple more then. We're going to change it to add the squat. Okay, so when you next bring your foot down, you can hold it there. And then we're just going to start to bend the front knee as we sink the heel down at the back. So we're keeping the spine lengthened through. Keep the back leg in line with the body. And you're just bending the front knee enough so that you can sink the heel down at the back so your pelvis is going down and up. You're not moving forward and backwards. Keep the back leg lengthened as well. Try not to bend your knee, you'll get a better stretch. Okay, let's come up. And if you bring your feet back together, let's just give the hips a rest by again taking them up, out, around and down. And then come to the middle of your mat with your feet hip width apart. Hands in front of the chest, shoulders back and down. You're going to take your left leg diagonally backwards. Keep a bend at the front knee and gently lower the right knee down. Come back to the start position. Do the same on the other side. So we're trying to keep the spine upright. This is curtsy lunges. Okay, so we're stepping diagonally backwards and lowering the knee down. Okay, stretching out the front of the thigh. Working the quadriceps. Now you can see here that I'm just widening out my arms every time I come down into the lunge position. It's up to you if you want to do this. You can just keep your hands back in front of your chest, but I find it helps you balance and it's quite a nice creative movement. It works your shoulders and your arms and gives a really nice flow to the movement. We're going to do one more to each side and then add a kick after the lunge. Okay, so one more here and then you're going to go over to the other side. As you come up, kick the back leg diagonally forward and then go straight into your opposite side. So lunge, up, kick. Lunge, up, kick. It does challenge the balance a little more. It makes it a bit harder to find those graceful arm movements, but just do what you can. Try and maintain a neutral posture. And then the next time we come down, we're going to hold it. Okay, so keep your arms wide to help you balance and pulse the back knee towards the floor. Push down with the front heel. Breathe. Lovely. Let's come up. Swap sides. Arms wide, down with the knee and pulse. So again, really using that front leg, pushing down with the heel to help you balance. Good. Wide arms. Let's come up. Just give the knees a lift. Take them out and round. And then we're going to have a stretch. Quadriceps first. So I'm just going to stand to the side on the mat so you can see what's happening. Knees and feet together. Soften the knees. Take hold of your left foot around about where your shoelaces would be. Keep the knees together. Tuck the tailbone under and draw your navel in. Try and balance on the right leg. If you need to hold a wall, it's fine. Remember to breathe. And then you're just going to take your foot and pop it down in front of you. So bend the right knee now. Place your hands on the top of the thigh, just above the knee. Keep the left leg lengthened. Turn the toes up, so we're stretching out the back of the leg. If you can try and keep your spine lengthened here, you'll get a better stretch. Let's come up. Keep the left foot forward, but bend the knee. Straighten out the leg at the back. Take the heel down and draw your navel in. You'll stretch out the back of your right leg. Let's come up. Same on the other side, so knees and feet together. Take hold of the right foot where your shoelaces would be. Draw your navel in. Tuck your tailbone under. And balance. And feel the stretch down the front of the thigh. And then you're going to place that foot forward and straighten out the leg, bending the left knee. So you want your hands just above the knee joint on the left, keeping the spine lengthened, and flex the ankle on the right. You can keep the feet where they are, but come up, bending the front knee, sending the heel down at the back, so make sure the back leg is lengthened. Draw your navel in with a better stretch down the back of the leg. And then we're going to come back to standing. That brings us to the end of the session, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye bye for now.